Hello, and thank you for joining me today. In this video, I will be doing a Minecraft speedrun, but the seed is my username. As you can see, I have loaded up the seed LODILoOP. The exact spelling, the capitalization will be in the description. I got this idea from Couriway, so his channel and his video will be in the description. But I spawn in by this pond, and I start just grabbing the gravel, and there was sometimes I got pretty good, flintlock, first or second try, but this just goes on for, a very long time. I have horrible flintlock whenever the runs make it, but then when the runs die for some reason, then I have super good flintlock. So that's exciting. I think it's this one here, yeah. And then I try swimming out of here, but I'm stuck or whatever. And then there's this very convenient village right here. So I'm obviously going to run over to it. And I'm going to do a pretty basic village route, I guess. I'm just going to mine 3 woods. Pretty simple right now, but it gets better. So just for reference, my mouse has been acting up. So right there, when it should have clicked but it didn't, and a bunch of times it just keeps messing up, things like that. That's my excuse for being bad. But then I come over here, the villagers are asking me why are you chopping our house down? But yeah, sucks to be villagers that were close to spawn. And I'm gonna come in and grab 17 hay bales, which is the same number of gold blocks I'll get in the bastion, which is just something I noticed because there's 17. And then something I forgot was to get those beds right there, so that's nuts. I'm gonna have to go back and get those in a second. And he gives me a big speed boost, and I'm like, oh, thank you. So then I hit him once, and hit twice, and 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it took him 9 hits. And I get 4 iron. That's the least number I needed, because I needed a bucket and a flint and steel, which is why I wasted so much time grabbing flint. So now this is when I realized that I forgot that there's beds from over here. So I just mine through the wall, breaking down the window as I go. I'm like, okay, that's nice. I have all the beds now. Well, not all of them. I'll get more in the bastion, but that's all I need right now. And I throw up the hoe, because I don't need it anymore. And I get the bread, and come over here, and mine 7 or 6. I forgot. 6 oak planks. And then this was again whenever the mouse was just acting up. It's a Bluetooth mouse, which I know isn't the best, but it's just the one I have, I guess. So here I come. I make the bread, and then I make the bucket and flint and steel, and then I'm gonna go get some water for the portal, making it here in a second. And now I'm coming over here. You don't see it yet, but we have a lava pool. I don't know what I was doing. I should have just used the F button to switch them back and forth. But then I tried hitting that chicken actually into the lava for some reason, because I was mad because I think the run right before this, no, it was maybe a couple times ago, I died in the end, and oh yeah, this was nice. So I multiple times in when I was doing these attempts, I would I just misplaced that water, which obviously I don't do every time, but of course the one that I actually completely elite, that's the best, is the one that has a slightly bad nether build. I had many nether portal builds that were super good, that had no problem, and it was pretty good sometimes. There were times when the bucket glitched, and then I placed an obsidian down when there shouldn't have been obsidian, but yeah. And then, no, I'm in the nethers now. We need to go deeper. I'll let the achievements speak for themselves, I guess. But I just put down those cobblestones up there. I didn't really need them for anything else, because I didn't. And there's 8 gold right here. 8 gold ore blocks. Nether gold ore blocks, technically. But I go and I mine them, and I need 36, and I get 35. One more little chicken nugget of gold. Golden chicken nuggets. And that's all I needed, but yeah, there's sometimes I got 36 from those, but then if I didn't, I had a backup vein up here. Which is where I'm going right now. I'm mining through this wall a little bit. And I need like 40 to 50 netherrack to build up to this bridge bastion over here. You might have just saw. But I make the boots so that the pigs don't attack me. And then I'm on my way. I'm gonna go down here, which is why I made a boat. But in hindsight, I could have just like saved one of the hay bales, because you don't need, like, I never needed the entire like stack of bread. I just like having extras just in case. You know, you gotta obtain the grain, get the bread, things like that. So yeah, so 55 is definitely enough. And one hay bale is only like 3 breads, so there would have been 52 breads instead of 55. So like, it wasn't that big of a deal, but it's nice to be safe just in case. And then I'm coming up to this bridge bastion, and I still need some iron. And lucky for me, there just happens to be some in this chest, because, well, yeah, it's obviously a set seed, so I obviously know where everything is, but, well, I think I know where everything is. So I don't need that stone pickaxe anymore, so I throw that one out, and keep the iron pickaxe. And then, I'm gonna come over here, get this netherrack, jump up here, and I guess I kind of, that wasn't really a fast speed bridge though, but I had my fingers were tired because I'd been doing this for like an hour or two, and my fingers get tired playing Minecraft, but I just jumped down to avoid that hoglin, and then I give the little hoglin a nice surprise, and then I start mining the pig's gold. So it's like, in any bastion, you're like stealing the pig's gold to give it back to them so you can get stuff, which is kind of funny in my opinion. Like, you go to someone's house and you break in and you steal the money, and then you go back to them the next day and say, hey, I'll give you money for, I don't know, something, ender pearls or something, and that pig just swims down. And then there's some more down there, but they can't really get me. And then there's a little baby hoglin that just appeared, and I'm like, just clicking him as many times as I can. I almost hit the big hoglin. I mean the big piglin, which isn't good. And then I'm doing this slightly kind of weird bastion, like bridge bastion right there. I should have just jumped over and built up right there, but I want it to be close to the lava as little as possible. And you might think I'm coming up here to start training with piglins if you know anything about bridge bastions, but no, this side doesn't have a triple chest, and I'm just doing that to open up that side of the bastion so that piglins can come through whenever I break this gold block in a second. So drop a stack in there, gold ingots right there, just to get them started trading. I'm going to pause it real quick and switch to hard mode. Actually, my timer is just completely manual, right? Yeah, man, you also have to click, like, my keypad to, like, turn it on and, like, pause it and resume it. So it's, yeah. So, I'm actually just realizing that, you're probably hearing double noises of everything, which I'm doing the voiceover, but I accidentally kept my volume on, so that's nice. So I fixed that problem, but you'll hiss, yeah. So yeah, I'm very smart. So I come up here and I just place this down. I want to make an iron axe, because most likely I'm going to get iron, enough like iron ingots and stuff to get like an iron axe, which is just a lot easier to fight the blazes with. And this is, yeah, I am just kind of sitting here in the pigs' heads. Like, they probably enjoy being stuffed in a tiny hole, like pig abuse. Like, I think they enjoy it. Like, if you look over there on the top right, it says, bottom right, it says Piglin admires item. That means it's admiring being stuck in hole. And it's enjoying it. So, I'm doing them a favor. They like being 6 pixels apart. Yeah. So now I'm just throwing some stuff out that I don't need. Waiting for the pigs to do a bit more trading. And then I can make one more iron ingot. I need 3. I think I still need obsidian. I think, yeah. Wait, no, so yeah, I just got my 10 obsidian. And now I can make this iron axe, and I'm about to leave, and I have these 2 convenient sticks from earlier. And I can just throw out the stone axe, so I don't need it anymore. And the iron, don't need that. Don't need magma cream, don't need the leathers. And I get some more pearls. I think I don't know what I'm just waiting for something. I don't know. Actually, I'm just enjoying life, you know, as the clock's ticking. I throw a fire res, because, oh yeah, this was the one where I had a bunch of fire res, and I usually just in, like, any speedruns I do, I like getting, like, 3 fire res. Like, 2 is, like, I'll be fine with 2, but 3 on the safe side. And then I'm gonna make some wool right here for beds later on. And I probably don't need that much wool, but you'll see at the end of the video, the 1 cycle is atrocious. And I just didn't want to mess it up, so I made a few really bad plays, which you'll see at the end of the video. And then this is really funny right here. I come right here and then just try jumping, but I can't. My Minecraft legs are just too tired. I can relate to that. And then many times I missed that pearl throw and it went into the lava down below, and then I couldn't get back up because it was a hard pearl throw. I know English, I promise. So now I left the bastion at like 13.5 minutes, and now I'm traveling to the fortress, which is, spoiler alert, like 600 blocks away. When I was looking for a seed for this, obviously it was my username, LODILoOP, but I had you can have different, like, you can have a capital L and then all lowercase for the rest of the letters, and it's like a different like seed each time. And I have 8 letters in my username, and each letter can be a capital and lowercase letter. So there's 256 possible seeds. There's your math for today that I could use for LODILoOP, and I think this was like the 25th seed that I say rolled, but that I used. That, well, I don't know, like that I and I just randomly was typing in different variations of LODILoOP, and this one came up, and this one, like, the only reason I played this was because the terrain from the bastion to the fortress, even though it's super far, is decently easy to traverse, and my fire res is about to run out, which is nice, so I splashed another one on me. And then there's this gas right here. I'm like kind of scared that it's going to start attacking me, or like blowing its fireballs at me, but it doesn't, so that's nice. And then every time I came through the this, what is it called? Magma block something. Yeah, magma block. Basalt does it. Oh my goodness. That's what it's called. I didn't really have a certain path I went every time. I kind of just went whatever way my heart desired. And, yeah, that was nice. I would have died if I didn't have fire res right there. So, good thing I had fire res, but I restocked my gravel, get 64. And there was sometimes when I was doing this where I would like there were a bunch of, I fell right here a couple times before this, and then I placed like blocks of gravel above to like stop me, but then they fell on top of my head after I fell, if that makes any sense. So you can see the fortress here in the distance, and then that magma cube was right there, so I kind of came up because I didn't want it knocking me off, because yeah. And then speed bridging with soul sand's kind of hard because it kind of throws me off, so I never really speed bridge. I always hold shift the entire time. But now I'm right here, and I'm gonna go a little bit more so I can have a straight line, just straight over there, and then boom, there's a blaze right there. And then we have 1 for 1, so that's nice. That's 100%. That's insane luck. I could just stop right now and be the luckiest man in the world, basically. And I took another fire res because I have a bunch extra. I just go jumping back the magma cubes. The magma cubes got squished in the face because I just outplayed them and just ran past them, so take that, L. And there's this wither skeleton. And wither skeletons and magma cubes are probably my 2 least favorite mobs in the game. Just because they're so annoying. And the wither skeletons like blend in with like the dark background, which always throws me off, and the run has died a bunch of times. That's why I'm kind of staying away from that spawner right there right now, because there were a bunch of wither skeletons. But then there's this other spawner right here that I'm like, okay, let's go to. So I stopped counting at the 1 for 1. But I think I went 3 for 3, and then those 2 didn't, so that's 3 for 5. But I need 5 blaze rods because it's a 3-eye. If it was a 4-eye, I would only need 4. And then I see this wither skeleton coming, so just knock him off. That's so funny. Just like watching him like fall down and fall into the lava that they won't burn in, but they can't get back up. So yeah, and there's this other one. I cannot many times have runs, not just in LODILoOP seed finding, but a lot of times I get killed by wither skeleton. I was on PB base for FSG, which is slow. And then, oh wait, yeah. So I forgot to switch it back to easy mode after the bastion. I forgot about that. And then I was like, how am I taking so much damage? And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm on hard mode. So I was doing all that on hard mode, so yeah, that's exciting. But, I forgot what I was saying. But, oh yeah, and then the wither skeleton came and killed me. Oh, and then I realized that there was a blaze rod right there, so that would have been 5, so I could have just left after that. So now I'm leaving the fortress at like 19 or so minutes. By the time I actually leave, we'll probably be close to 20 minutes, because I see these wither skeletons, and once again, I have to knock them off. Like, bye-bye. And then, that one, this one's being smart, but stubborn. I almost threw that ender pearl trying to eat my bread. So I'm like, come up. And I'm like, bye-bye. So that one's gone. They're both gone. I can head on over to where I'm going to build my portal. And I'm super far away from the first ring, so I'm going to be in second ring. Stronghold, or maybe, I think probably just second. Yeah. And then I throw a couple of pearls, and then we're at 20 minutes, and we're about to be into the overworld again. So this lava that's flowing down, I'm going to build the portal and stand on the block right above it. And whenever I was trying to find a good spot to build the portal, when I was just doing it, just like seeing which one would be the best, I couldn't really find like the spot to get like right above the stronghold. Oh, and I almost fell off right there. That was scary, but the spot that was actually where the stronghold would be, like over, would be like through this wall. So I was like, I'll just build it right here and then throw an ender pearl to get over there. So I have a bunch of extra pearls and blaze rods, so I have 10. I only need 9. It's 3i, but yeah. So you see the timer just stopped and started right there. I just clicked numbered pad 2 on my number pad, and that's what stopped and started it. And I also just got the achievement Eco Space Bubble. That's not a Bedrock achievement, and I'm a Bedrock player on my just have a Bedrock survival world, but I think that was kind of funny. Eco Space Bubble. Yeah, it sounds funny to say, but no, I mine that tree to get some wood for the beds later on. Well, later on, just a minute or two. But now I'm just gonna dig down here and find my way to the stronghold. So obviously the portal room is under here. And I don't know if so this stronghold intersected with a mine shaft, an abandoned mine shaft, and one of the chests that was just sitting there. Like in mine shafts, there can be chests that sit there. That one wasn't there. So we'll just see here in a sec. I'm confusing myself. It should be to the right if you see it. Or maybe it wasn't there. Was it not? Huh. Maybe. So, on the... Yeah, but... Yeah, no, actually it's not there. So, sometimes the seed would have just a minecart right there. Like it did in one of June's manhunt videos, but yeah. So, I actually built up right here, just so silverfish don't get me, because... like 2 runs ago before this, I got knocked off by the silverfish and then died. And then I almost hit the pillar, and that's why I was jumping right there to block glitch, but I did not. I was like a couple blocks away. But I'm gonna set the 1 cycle and go this way. I always so you're supposed to go like one way if the tower's a one way side, something tower. But I always go the same way because it messes up with like my mental psyche or something, I don't know. But then I make a bunch of extra beds just because I had them. And then I did some switching right there. That was kind of interesting. I want to say it was cool, but it probably wasn't. It was cool for me because I'm not a very good Minecraft player. And this is a pretty decent Minecraft perch, but while waiting for it to perch, I got this idea obviously from Couriway, and he's been my inspiration for speedrunning, and I learn a lot from him, and a very large percent of what I do in speedrunning, it's because I watch him. So shout out to him, go check out his channel. And that's exciting. But this idea came from him, but it took a super long time to first find the seed, and then routing the seed took a while, and then playing the seed took a long time too, which was kind of frustrating. So the dragon perches are here, nice snap. I threw that kind of short, but then it perches the other way, which I don't like. So we have 1 atrocious, 2 pretty bad. 3 bad. And then the 4th one's horrible. And the 5th one's horrible. And then the 6th one's okay. And the 7th one's okay. And I pull out another one and do it just right. I was like, oh. So I promise I can do a 4 bed. I just am really bad. But once again, thank you so much for watching. I was so happy when I got this. When I finished this. This took a very long time. And I would love it if you liked and subscribed. And remember that you are awesome and have an awesome day.